Does this seem right? You decide. Audio, video version. This is Casey LeMoel reporting for the Neighborhood News. We are doing a story now. This would be episode 5. In recent news now, there were some people, I'm going to say Syrians, that went back to their country. And again, I'm just giving a hypothetical here, but it is based on a current news story. Somehow they got involved in terrorism down there. And then when they came back to Canada, they got arrested. And by getting arrested, with terrorism is a huge, huge charge. And you could be kicked out of the country normally for any kind of terrorism like that. If you go into a terrorism country and join them or have a part in them. And these two women came back to Canada and they got arrested, and they've been told that they've got a terrorism peace bond put upon them. And if they follow the rules of probation and some restrictions, they won't have no criminal record. And this terrorism peace bond was invented in 2015 by Stephen Harper, our prime minister. And it's been used before, but you don't hear about it a lot. So my thoughts are, it's not about the people. It doesn't matter what color they are, where they're from, anything like that. It's just the fact that if you do leave our country and do terrorism, you shouldn't be allowed to come back in the country. And the fact that these two women got this terrorism peace bond kind of blows your mind, because really when something like that is happening, you should be kicked out of the country, not let back in charge. But to get a peace bond and follow the probation rules and you have no criminal record, that's great. But in something like that that's so serious, is it really that much? It seems like a joke to me. Like, it's just like anyone else saying, if you commit this, commit that, can I get a peace bond for theft? Can I get a theft peace bond? I'll promise not to steal anymore. Or a fraud peace bond, or any kind of criminal peace bond. Peace bonds are usually to keep the peace, and it's not a criminal record. But when you're involved in terrorism, whether it's in the country here in Canada or abroad, it seems like a peace bond's a pretty easy penalty for doing something like that. There's lots of first-time offenders, Canadians, that make mistakes that don't get a peace bond for something like that. So anyway, this is in the news now, and this is my audio version of terrorism peace bonds. You can look it up on our website, www.theneighborhoodnews.info, and it's an ongoing thing that has been issued since 2015. You don't hear a lot about it, but it's a fact. So what do you think? Does this seem right? You decide. I'm Casey LeMoel for the Neighborhood News.